Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Ruben Paredes, RP Images, Fremont, also San Miguel Bulls. And on each page individually, you'll see some of my photography, some of my videography on RP Images. And on the San Miguel Bulls, you'll see more of my productions, the type of dogs that I produce. You know, these are low standard puppies. And, you know, we also will show more of our up-to-date, you know, like dogs that we show and such and such. But with that being said, today's going to be more of a two-parter. And the last video I made, I was showing the one before that, I'm sorry, about the importance of trimming puppies' nails, you know. And, you know, they'll grow really quick, and then you'll notice that when they're suckling, they'll tend to kind of put a little bit of pressure, and they'll start to put this pressure on mama, and they start to scratch her up pretty bad, you know. And these are pretty, like, you know, hefty little nails, you know. They're kind of sharp, and, you know, especially when they're healthy, they're very, very, very strong. And some people were uncomfortable with the technique I had shown. I was using little nail clippers. So for people that are uncomfortable with that, I'd recommend you guys get yourself one of these type of nail grinders. This is made by Wahl, W-A-H-L, and it has a little guard right there. On my adult dogs, I just use a regular Dremel, you know, and this one's like very easy to use. It's got a guard right there, so you won't get beyond the quick. And you just turn it on and you put that sucker in there. There's 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, sorry, baby. And 4, and last one. You know, and they're nice and filed down. So after that, you know, the puppy starts to get desensitized to this, and that way when they're older, it doesn't become that big of a job, you know. And of course, it's got two anatomical areas, this area, and this is more for cats. But you know, I'll actually go at it again. And just, you know, really quickly, just go in there. There's 1. You know, let the puppy get accustomed. There's 2, 3, and we're done. We're done. You know, do a correct little comparison. These are a little bit longer. We can still get a little bit, you know, but I can start to see the quick right there. You know, I can start to see the quick. And I don't want to, you know, make it too, oh, it's okay, baby. I don't want to make it too traumatic. It's okay, mama. Baby, I'm sorry. More importantly, what I want is the puppy to be accustomed to me handling him, you know? And there it is. Done. We're done. And it's a great exercise for both the puppy himself and you to get you comfortable handling them. And like I said, this one's made by Wahl. It's called a classic nail grinder. So that was the one part. So I'm not gonna mention the name. So if you're uncomfortable doing the nail clippings, you can use one of these little nail grinders. You know, I wouldn't recommend you use an actual Dremel. They're a little bit more powerful, and it doesn't have the little guard on there to keep it from getting too close to the quick. So that's part 1. The second part of this video is I know I told some folks that I would be making a video on how to make plasma. And plasma, you know, can be used for several things. You know, one of them being it's basically the immunoglobulins that you give to the puppies, and it helps with fading syndrome. It helps with dogs that have not fully received their colostrum. It helps for dogs that are low on their immune system. So basically, we're just transferring immunoglobulins. You know, you guys can get it from HemoPet and just have it done right then and there. Just remember, you've got about 36 hours to deliver it. You can do it, you know, orally while they're suckling on the dog. That's the way I like to do it. It's a little bit salty, so try to give it a little Karo syrup afterwards, you know. And then there's also another route where you can do it, you know, as a subcutaneous injection, and you can do it also peritoneal. I don't recommend you going that route, but if you have to, no, you have to. So I would just do the oral route, and you got 36 hours, so you could do every 12-hour intervals with that. So that being said, depending on your dog and its size, I like drawing blood from the jugular I recommend you get yourself anywhere from a 22 to a 24 gauge needle, with preferably a syringe with the needle with a lure lock type. Now, unfortunately, I don't have it. I have 1cc's, you know, I didn't have my, but this is, I just wanted to use this for as an example, as a reference, where you can actually read the gauge. It'll say it right there. You can see it 22 gauge, you know, and then the length would usually be about an inch. Inch would be, you know, ideal. And then, like I said, I like drawing from the jugular. That's item number 1. Item number 2 is we're gonna need these vacutainers. These are the classical tiger top, and they contain a chemical in there called EDTA, ethylene diamine tetracetic acid. And basically that helps the blood from clotting, you know? It helps the blood from clotting. So once you put it in there, you know, you invert it back and forth a couple of times, and it doesn't give you that clotting factor. I think it abstracts one of the, and I thought there's 13 clotting factors. I can't recall which one's induced in there. So, I mean, when we're doing IV, we use heparin, you know. And then this third one is you're gonna want a centrifuge. This centrifuge here is, I think it's the 800 one. Yeah, it's a 800. It's made by Nurxi Ovo. They're not hard to get, you know, and you want it to go a minimum up to 4. If you can't get it to go to 5,000, even better. So, you know, and then of course, once you draw the blood, you want to have another one with a little bit more fluid. So whatever amount of blood is in here is the amount of fluid you want to have in here, and you're just gonna counterbalance them. You're gonna run the centrifuge. Once it's ran, we'll have a layer of red blood cells on the bottom. In the middle is going to be your white blood cells or platelets, and on the top we'll have our plasma. So I just made this video so you guys have the stuff that we're going to need for the upcoming video. So that way, you know, I'm not saying to follow me as I'm doing it, but at least you'll have the material ready to go. So hopefully this video helped, and that was made specifically for someone that were, I guess they were a little bit intimidated of cutting them with the little clippers that I use. So you can always use this. It's made by Wall. They're very inexpensive. They're like about 20 bucks, and they use 2 Type-C batteries, okay? And last thing I wanted to mention, if any of you guys have any tips, tricks, or ideas that you can share with the community, share with you know, one another, share with us, make a video or something like that, please, you know, stop, press, record, and show us. You know, it doesn't have to be a professional video. It's something like what I'm doing. I'm just here in my kitchen, you know, and you know, so this can really help someone, or even yourself, you know, to give yourself more exposure. And if you know, if you don't feel comfortable and you have any questions, or if it's just something that could be, doesn't seem like a big ordeal, it can be for a lot of people. You know, something as simple as, you know, trimming nails, cleaning ears. I know I did one on anal gland expression. But maybe how you bathe your dogs, you know, whatever you feel can bring value to the community. Because right now at this point, that's really what we need, is unity. And I hope this video brought something. And like I said, hopefully you can start you know, ordering some of your supplies, so we're ready for that plasma making video coming up shortly. All right, you guys take it easy overnight. RP Images Fremont, San Miguel Bulls. Let's all give each other a follow and grow our algorithms. Take care. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye, little guy or little girl. Bye-bye.